So here is my model, complete with finishes and furniture. Yes, I'm kind of a wild and crazy girl. I like a lot of color and I like some neutral kind of mixed in with bright colors. So I'm an artist as well as a designer. I thought it would be kind of fun to turn this space into my personal like little creation space, my design studio, somewhere I could just go and I could create things. I could show and sell my artwork and, just enjoy just being in my own world. So when you get to the point where you have everything in place, it's time to do two things. Clean up those CAD lines and add your ceilings. So let's talk a little bit about the CAD lines first. Now in the next video, you're going to learn how to create 2D floor plans and perspectives as well as elevations from this model. So it's good to keep the door swing lines, so like the ones that you're seeing here like at the exterior door, because when we go to put this on like a floor plan view and we look straight down, you can't see where the doors actually are. We need these door swing lines. But what we don't need are things like the line work here where the refrigerator or underneath the cabinets, and especially not around the toilet because it kind of gets a little crazy over there. So what we need to do is we need to clean up the lines that we don't need and just make sure that we keep the lines that we do need. So to do this, I'm just going to grab the CAD lines. Mine's currently unlocked, so make sure when you right click that you're unlocking it if it's red. But since mine is blue, all I'm going to do is I'm going to edit the component and then come in here with my pink eraser and get rid of unnecessary CAD lines. So you might have to do some searching. I know I've got one in here. This is the toe kick. I have like black glass in front of my cabinets, so that's why you can kind of see through them a little. But yep, I'm just coming in here. The bathroom definitely has it. The toilet is crazy. And it looks like maybe these lines are actually associated with this model, so I'll have to open this model up to get rid of extra lines. I'm in the middle of a wall, so I just use zoom extents to get out and I come back in again. But I know that I saw some lines here, and that means there's probably one here. Just trying to get them out of the way, no matter if I'm doing a perspective or a floor plan, that I don't see those extra CAD lines, which I think now I'm pretty good. Everything else I've built from scratch, so there isn't any need for a line. So I'm just going to click off, and oh yeah, I got to go back and fix this toilet. So toilet, right click, edit component, pink eraser, get rid of those lines. Beautiful. Alright, so now I'm back here and I got my space all ready to go. The next thing to talk about is the ceilings. Now, it's super important to add a ceiling for the purpose of your perspective. But as a designer, I don't want to create just a one ceiling fits all kind of look, meaning that it's just a flat ceiling all the way across the space and there's nothing else going on. I really want you guys to think of ceilings as a dynamic opportunity to do something a little special. And I've already got a couple things going on and I'm just going to unhide them from view. I had them on hidden objects. So let me just grab these and unhide. Unhide. I got these guys too. So I'm a big movie fan and I really like sound systems, and so I really devised quite a setup here for me watching movies while I work. I think that's one of my favorite things to do, is I just love popping in movies and drawing away. Be it CAD or art or whatever. And yep, I've got some stuff in my model, so sometimes my cursor stops and thinks, but it eventually does go away. Just make sure you're saving often should your cursor do the same thing. So what you see here is I've added some soffits. Soffits are drop-down ceilings that can hide things like HVAC or plumbing, but it can also emphasize areas or just give additional aesthetics to a space. Now I added soffits mostly for aesthetics, but I also wanted to hang speakers from the ceiling, and so I thought a little soffit of some kind would be a great way to hide all the wiring that's needed for them. I did give some of the soffits a little bit of extra panache. I love that word, by the way, because I kind of like a theater type feel when I'm watching. I mean, the movie theater is like my home away from home. So I like to create kind of a movie theater type experience. So I just did a little arch in one of the soffits just to kind of give it a little bit more framing around my giant TV that I have here. And I did the same thing over here. It just kind of helps frame where my pictures are eventually going to be. And that's what this is kind of meant to be, for showcasing some of my artwork to potential clients. And then I also added a little soffit above the kitchen so that it would hide the area that's usually up above the kitchen cabinets. So with soffits completed, it's good that you know, if you can go down into the space and kind of just get a feel for what that looks like, make any changes that you feel are necessary. And then basically what you're ready for is, once you get those in, I'm just going to use a rectangle and I'm just going to top off the rest of the ceiling. And in this way, what I can do is I can use a section plane on the front of the building, or whatever side that you want to. And I'm going to just move this. Oops, I grabbed the wrong thing. Let's try this again. Section plane. Yes, I know. This time I'm going to click on the section plane, and then I'm going to move it. There we go. So now what I can do is I can actually come in here at Barb, or Roberta's, eye level. That's what we named her in my 2 classes that I teach SketchUp in. Come in at her eye level, and then I'm actually viewing the space as though I were in it. So the look and feel of what it's going to be like once I'm in this space. One thing that you can do too is you can use this little eyeball icon, and it'll help you kind of look around a little bit easier. So this is what my workspace is going to look and feel like. And that way I can definitely know if I need to hang some extra ceiling lights. I can definitely do that at this point if I want to. Otherwise, we're ready to move on to the next step, which is going to be to start getting pictures of the model.